6 months ago, I sent my friend, you've met her in session 1, Emma, a text message. I was looking for advice on my TED Talk. And here's how it went. I started off my message with a simple, hey, Emma, quick question. So naturally, I followed up with a quick question. What started off with, should I use a graph, ended up 20 minutes later as, how many decimal points should I round to? And then I had the audacity to seal the deal with, can't wait to hear what you have to say. You see, Emma never responded. Some people look at this and think, maybe something came up. But I don't. Here's what I think. She hasn't responded. She doesn't care about my TED Talk. She's probably busy, got better things to do, better people to talk to. Maybe I shouldn't have sent that text in the first place. I mean, look at the length of that. I must be the most annoying person in Emma's life right now. If you've ever had similar thoughts, you're not alone. We are overthinkers. According to Cambridge Dictionary, overthinking is the action of thinking about something too much in a way that is not useful. Too much? Compared to what? Where do we draw the line between the right and wrong amount of thinking? If there's too much, there's too little, and not useful becomes very subjective too. This definition is so negative, and it's not just the dictionary. Think about the way we use the term today. You're overthinking it. You think too much. Stop thinking about it. As if thinking deeply is flawed. But this mindset shouldn't surprise us, because we live in a world obsessed with immediacy. Everything demands an instant reaction. As our consumption of digital media accelerated, so did our use of the term overthinking. Its negative connotations arose out of the overwhelming uncertainty, noise, and information around us. But this shouldn't prescribe how we see overthinking, because it's not something to judge. It's not a flaw that needs fixing. It's a useful tool once you learn how to guide it. And it all starts with one simple question. Are you overthinking it? Or are you thinking it over? But before we can set any boundaries, we need to understand how overthinking operates in the mind. Think of your brain as your personal supercomputer. In fact, the brain's memory storage capacity is around 2.5 petabytes. That's 300 years of a constantly running TV show. If that's the storage capacity, imagine the processing power. For us overthinkers, that power can pivot. And I know, because I've been through it. A year ago, I would have been terrified of going on YouTube, thinking I'm going to publicly and permanently humiliate myself. I would replay past events and try to anticipate future ones, trying to gain control of uncertainty. I'd orchestrate, I'd rehearse, I'd simulate every possible outcome, all to prevent a problem that had yet to exist. It became my act of protection, out of fear of making the wrong choice. But instead of bringing clarity, it started to brew chaos. And this chaos, it didn't just live inside my mind, it lived in my body as tension I couldn't resolve. Emotionally, it manifested as anxiety and irritability. Cognitively, it messed with my concentration, memory, and decision-making. slowly, it distanced me from what mattered most. Instead of being something I just did, it became an illusion I was stuck in. The illusion that I could solve everything just through thought. It didn't. But I'm here now, in front of you, and the cameras are rolling. And here's how I did it. Noticing when overthinking first begins is a crucial step. When your thoughts start to loop, ask yourself, are you overthinking it, or are you thinking it over? Is it leading you to closure, or is it taking you absolutely nowhere? Instead of engaging with every thought, step back, pause, create distance, or maybe even learn to procrastinate it. I say this, and I've redrafted my talk way too often. What helped me most was engaging with my senses. Doing something physical and interacting with my environment helped me ground myself from spiraling thoughts. That could be crafting this little guy, or sketching to stay in the present moment. But even then, I find myself retracing the same lines over and over again. And that's important to say, because overthinking is not something I've solved. I can't. It's something I've learned to embrace and to direct. So now, on to you. Take your favorite song or book as an example. I'll take Game of Thrones. It must have taken years of thinking to plan, write, and polish before release. If you asked for a sequel overnight, the quality would plummet. What I'm getting at is that the more thought you give something, the greater clarity and depth it will ultimately hold. Overthinking can be, when guided properly, deep and thorough thinking, without the element of fear. So the problem isn't that we think too much. It's when it loses its direction. Once you find the way to channel all that mental focus, your thoughts will find their place in the mosaic of your mind without a struggle. And perhaps those gaps of uncertainty are just as beautiful left empty. Thank you.